Good morning and welcome to Girl from Minute. I am Shar.
And I'm Pascal.
How are you this early morning, Sunday
Um,
morning, June
I,
9th?
I know. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
Good. Good.
I,
How was your weekend?
I did a lot of cleaning and cleanup today.
Yeah, sometimes that's good to get that off of your back. You feel like you're a brand new person.
But it's funny, isn't it? It's like I've
It
been
is.
thinking about it for weeks. And when I say weeks, probably months,
Yeah, well,
and I put it off and I put it off. So it's like I start with the one bathroom and I scrub the tar out of it. And then it's like, well,
hmm
I'm in the vanity and I'm pitching stuff out of there.
Might as well finish it up.
And then, I even washed the shower curtain and all the towels in there and put it all back together and lit a candle. And it smells amazing in there right now.
Oh, I bet. I can only
Yeah.
imagine. Yeah,
Yeah.
I
And
bet
then
it smells
in my
amazing.
daughter's room, or her ex room or whatever that is. I bagged up the rest of her stuff. She's got a few helmets up there. Those need to go too. That stuff needs to go
Yeah,
out. And I washed the floor in her closet. And then I always, every year, spray poison along the baseboards, let
sure.
it dry, and then I put everything back that is mine that I'm keeping. So
Yeah,
I'm doing cleaning preventativeness for summer
absolutely. I
for
love it.
bugs and
That's
roaches.
great.
So, the typical laundry and stuff. And I got plenty more to do. And I also worked on the third bathroom today, too. I
Very
cleaned
good.
that as well. So
You've
I
been a
did,
busy beaver.
yeah, and did a bunch of laundry. So
Yeah.
how about
Uh,
you?
just work, been here. Feels like these days are just, so long. I don't know what it is about these couple days. It just felt like it was so long, but I had a great day. The sun was out. It was beautiful. The wind was blowing a little bit. So, yeah, it was nice. Um, I mean, I got into a car accident, so that wasn't very nice.
No, never
Um,
is.
no, that she hit me in the back. I was trying to turn on one of the bridges that we have here, and you have to kind of yield as you're going around. So I'm slowing down, and I guess she thought that I kept going, and she did not brake as she was coming around to yield as well. And then so she hit me right in the she tail hit me, and then I was like, "Oh my God." And I was
She
like
rear-ended you.
she rear-ended me. I screamed
Yeah.
because of course I didn't know what the hell was going on. That is
Startling.
well, that's my first accident. I have never had an accident.
Really.
Yeah.
I wish I could say the same. I've been
It,
rear-ended probably 9 or 10 times.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah,
When I
no.
buy a car now, I'm like, can we make sure the invisible bullseye is off of it? I'd appreciate it. I'm pretty sure that there's been one on most of my cars. So,
Yes.
yeah, I don't know what that's about. I mean, typically
I
I
don't
am
know.
stopped at a stoplight and I'm not the first person in line. I'm usually like the fifth or sixth.
Yeah, that was
So,
me.
you know, you didn't see like all this in front of you. I don't
Well,
know.
exactly. And that was me because there was a truck in front of me. So obviously I had to slow down,
Yeah.
and then she just hit me and I'm like, ah, and I'm like, oh my God. And then I was like, okay, so I called the police and the police came and I'm sure he wrote up a report or what have you, and I didn't
Yeah.
get it. But her insurance is gonna take care of it because she rear-ended me. So
Yeah.
I'm
But
not
you're
worried
okay,
about
and
it.
that's all that matters.
Right, and I told her, and but she couldn't get out of her car. That's how hard she hit me in the back. Like her driver's side door would not open.
Wow.
Yeah, that's how and my my poor exhaust is like almost on the ground, and I'm trying to drive
Oh,
my car until Monday so that I can take it in and get it fixed.
yeah.
So I'm trying not to drive over bumps too much
Yeah.
because
I would
I'm
imagine
afraid
not.
it's
You'd be
just gonna
picking it
take it
up off
out.
the road,
Yeah, it's
your
just
back
gonna
hatch.
take it.
Be like, excuse me, I
So
dropped that. I gotta go get it. I'll be right
yeah.
back.
Hang on, I dropped one of my appendages in a second.
All
But
right.
but yeah, so that's my story this week, and like I said, everybody was okay. She came on my side and I told her I'm coming out of the car. Give me a second. I'm gathering my information, my registration, my insurance, things like that. We took pictures, we exchanged all that good stuff, and yeah, we were both okay. And believe it or not, she was in a work vehicle and her work is right down the street from the restaurant. I told her,
Hey.
I said, well, if there's anything you need, I was on my way to work. I work over at Cedars. I'm the owner over there. So, if you need anything, she goes, oh my God, we're like right on the corner, right from the coffee shop, across from the coffee shop. I was like, no way. So she
You
ended
can
up
all become
just,
BFFs.
yeah, she ended up just driving it back to work. She's like, I'm not
over
going anywhere.
over coffee and grape leaves.
I know, right? I don't know if they match.
Match. I don't think they match, but
But it's okay. I'll eat the grape leaves or vice versa. I'll drink the coffee. She'll eat
Coffee.
the
She had
grape
the
leaves.
grape leaves, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah. So
she felt so bad. She was like, excited, she was nervous.
yeah.
And I told her it's okay, like just calm down. Are you okay? She's like, I'm okay. She asked me if I was okay, the end of the story, and that's it.
Yeah.
Everybody was fine. So that
So
was my week. And tomorrow is Sunday, and I get to enjoy my day before my so-called weekend. And Monday is my weekend, and that's it. I'm gonna get a
yeah.
loaner car while it's getting fixed, and yeah.
You gonna get a hot rod?
Oh, I don't know. The other day I saw a Tesla, and this
Yeah.
Tesla is amazing. I mean, I'm not a big fan of, like battery run cars.
No, I'm not
However,
at all.
excuse me, I have a little cough too. Sorry. So, this car though, okay, the interior,
Hmm.
absolutely amazing. A beautiful interior. And then the back door opens like a what do you call those cars? That was on
Yeah, so the Tesla,
Back to the Future.
they're one model car. That's what they consider their SUV. So the doors open up and
Up.
out because you can
Yes.
open it like in a 12-inch span. I too have sat in a
Yes.
Tesla. Um,
Yes.
I just,
I like the design. I just don't care for the battery operated stuff. So the
no,
power.
it's, people are funny. They're like, you still have to plug them in and charge them, so you're still using electricity.
Correct.
Do you know how that's all mined to do that? I mean, it's just destroys the planet. And then everyone's like, the purpose of the electric car. I was trying to find the right words. I'm trying to remember what I had said before. It's for me, there's satisfaction to fill in the gas tank and it goes to full instantly.
Yeah.
Um, the purpose of electric cars was to improve fuel economy and
Yes.
lower fuel costs and
Pollution.
reduce emissions. However, um, the battery replacement, I mean, it doesn't have all the fluids and stuff regular cars have and stuff, but they're very expensive. But it's how they do it too. It's you're not
Hmm.
saving the environment by having one. Just FYI, everyone thinks, oh, no, you're not.
No, you're not.
It's just less combustion.
That's
It
it.
does, that's all it is. It's just less combustion. It's not,
Yeah.
you've not removed or changed anything. And if it's not broken, don't fix it. And, I, you know, again,
Yeah.
if you see how it's mined to do that, no, thank you. I'm gonna pump my gas. It's gonna go to full in a few minutes, and then I'm gonna drive off for however many miles my truck goes. It tells me. I just don't pay attention. Anyways,
Exactly. No,
you
exactly.
know,
That's right. Yeah.
and now they have that Tesla truck, and we have a few of them floating around here, and everyone's like, they're safe like a tank. No, a tank is safe like a tank, dear. They're the most god awful, ugly things. I
Are
don't even know
they
how it's a
really?
truck. Have you seen a Tesla truck?
No,
Google a
I'm actually
Tesla
gonna
truck.
look it up right now. Yeah, I've never seen a Tesla truck, so but no, I don't want one, thank you.
You see it?
I mean, I'm not gonna say that their interior, oh yeah, no.
One of the ugliest.
Oh, it is. Why would they ever think that that's cool?
So, someone we went to school with got one.
No.
So they're selling their Tesla car and they got a Tesla truck. because, it's built like a tank because all the car accidents they were. Now, I'm not making fun. They were in a horrible car accident. Like the kids had to learn to walk again and stuff. It was a DUI driver, hit them head on. So I
Hmm.
feel her pain. However, it's from posts, she's not in car accident. I mean, I know it's life altering. Don't get me wrong. I'm not downplaying any of that, but you're
No,
still
but
not
it's
driving a tank.
expensive.
It's expensive and it's ugly as
It
hell.
is ugly. I
Like,
mean,
I don't care how much it costs. I'd be embarrassed to be
to be in it, yeah.
where you parked. I'm an ugly thing right out there. You can't miss it. The ugliest
I'm in
thing
that.
here, it's right there.
I mean, it almost looks like something that you can put on the moon.
And then they're like, and then someone else posted, I drove a friend of mine's last month and it rides smooth as butter. And the torque is amazing. I'm sure it is. And
Yeah, we're not debating that.
for
It
the
better be.
cost, it better be.
Hell yeah.
It better be everything you dreamt it to be and more for the cost.
Yeah, but at least it should look nice too, though. I mean, for all of that. Like,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
it's the
no, I'm
ugliest thing on the
sorry.
planet.
It is. No, it is. It is. I'm looking at it now. It's like it's not
So,
cute at all.
someone said it's a real eye catcher if you have a business and you wrap it. Well, actually, someone has already done that. That's not your idea. That someone has done that. I've seen it on Missouri Avenue. It's
Mhm.
wrapped. And I don't even know what they're advertising. I'm just like, oh my God, that's a Tesla wrapped Tesla truck.
Yeah,
It's still ugly.
that's crazy.
And I'm sorry. You will not, you will not catch me
No,
owning
no.
one,
It's
ever.
$179,000.
Yeah, they're
Yeah,
six figures.
no,
Um,
thank you.
they're
And I'm
ugly.
sure that's probably just the one that's the lowest.
I
That's
think
not
the
with all the
lowest starts
whistles
at
and
like 90-ish.
really?
But I guarantee you, if you walked on a lot, not one of them there is going to be 90-ish.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Because that's not how car lots roll. I could walk
Right.
into Toyota and be like, I want your base model 4Runner. Like, oh, we don't make those.
Yeah.
Here's your platinum and here's your limited.
Right? No, no, thank you. I mean, I'd rather buy a house or I'd rather go on a vacation, to be honest.
I would too. But I
Yeah,
guess if you have that money, you're doing all that and that.
I guess so. Yeah,
And
that's
to
true.
me,
Well, more
yeah,
power to you, I guess.
yeah. So, um, I just, I've seen them here and there, and I just,
Yeah.
I mean, I could test drive one just out of curiosity, but I'm not gonna own one ever. I
No.
have no desire to have an electric car of any kind, not even a Prius,
Yeah.
um,
Me
that
neither. I
do
like mine.
gas and electric.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have no desire to do any of that, so I won't be.
Hmm.
And you're not saving the planet. You're still using electricity, and
Exactly.
enjoy your electric cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then when I'm walking the parking garage, you hear them coming because they sound like wind up toys.
Oh, yes. Yes. I've heard them too.
It's yeah, it's
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, it's not, yeah, they're just
Yeah.
you
No, they're
just
not cute. I didn't even know that I saw it once before, but I didn't even know that it was the new Tesla truck. So yeah, no,
yeah, it's the new
not
Tesla
cute.
truck. No.
Sorry, Elon Musk, not cute.
And you know what? He's not sad about it because there are people that are buying it. So,
No, of course, yeah, he's
it's
making
worked
money.
out for him.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So yeah. So, you know, that's she's like, the technology's amazing and the safety's amazing. I'm like, how is it amazing?
Well, when you get into an accident, I mean, God forbid, I hope they don't, but when you get
Yeah.
into an accident, I bet you the price is amazing too to get it fixed.
It's gonna be spectacular.
It's gonna it's gonna be fireworks everywhere.
Right?
It's gonna
It
be the most
does.
amazing thing we've ever seen.
Right?
Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
sorry.
And
I don't If I buy a car, I want it I don't want to have to spend an arm and a leg to fix it, God forbid. And I know because, I used to work in a collision shop. So when those
It's
Teslas would
expensive.
come in, yeah,
Hmm.
they are very expensive and you have to get all the parts from the Tesla manufacturer. So it's not like you can just buy parts from wherever and put them in,
From the auto
So
place down the road and put them in
correct.
yourself. No, all that's going
Correct.
to be, yeah.
It's going to
So,
take time and just a bunch of stuff. So,
yeah. So, no, I have no desire. So, I hope no
yeah,
one does wreck their pretty
I
blue.
hope
Where'd the
not
blue
even.
come from? They're silver. I've not seen any colored ones except for the black
No,
one.
silver, yeah.
They're silver space age
Tanks.
looking something. I don't even know. And, I don't think they're pretty.
No,
And
I
for the
hope,
amount of money, they
yeah,
should
no
be.
thanks. No thanks.
Not to be mean, but they should be.
Hmm.
Even in their posts, they're like, I now own officially the ugliest car
On the planet,
on the planet. I'm like, well, you
they can
do.
visit aliens now.
They still won't come because people
Well,
do ridiculous things.
of course, yes. It's crazy.
Aliens like just pass that planet. It's fine.
Yeah,
They're
don't
gonna
even bother.
self-implode one
Don't even
day.
bother with them.
They're just gonna self-implode, and it's all good.
Yeah,
We'll see them
it
as a
is.
star.
That's it. Yep, going by.
Glowing gold.
That's it. The end of the earth.
Yeah, so probably
Yeah.
shouldn't joke about that stuff, but whatever.
Well, who knows? Yeah, that's I don't know.
It is what it is.
It is. Yeah, people have been talking about it since God knows when, so
I know. I
yeah.
know.
Yeah.
So,
Well, what do you got up for us this week?
well, I asked the question, reasons why women get bored in relationships, and I appreciate everyone's responses. I had a really long response. It's long, and what's funny is it touched base on some of my things, but um, it's also funny that men think they can say why women get bored. Because if they don't communicate, how do they know?
And exactly, they don't know. Exactly.
So
Well,
I was just wondering, I
they
was
always
trying
got to
so
get their two
hard
cents in.
not to be snarky
Yeah. But you have
because,
to be almost like, come on, for real.
well, it's just,
Like, how do you know what she's feeling?
how
Because
do you know what
you
we're
didn't ask her.
feeling or thinking or any of that? Because, and the guys that had typically the most comments are single. I'm just saying.
Just saying.
And not that they're not single, like I would be single because I would be picky.
Yeah, that's me.
Yeah. So I'm going to be picky because I'm older. So the things that I thought were attractive when I was 15, 16, 17, 18, 20, 21, 20 are no longer, because you grow and evolve and change. You have life experiences and that changes everything. So,
Absolutely.
you men have to grow and evolve too, because if you don't,
Mm-hmm.
you're not attractive in any way.
And you will remain single the rest of your life. So,
One of my brother-in-law's brothers that we went to school with, he still talks to me the same exact way he did when I was 11 in middle
mm,
school, when I was in high school with him.
really?
Talks to me the same exact way. And it's just so, and he's like, what? I'm going to be 51
He's
in a few weeks. And it's just so yuck. It's so blah. It's just, and
well,
he
yeah,
thinks he's
because
cute and funny. And I'm just like, you've been saying this crap to me since I was like 11. And you know what? It wasn't overly funny then. And it's certainly not now. I
no.
just, he hasn't grown or evolved or changed. He hasn't
Well,
really,
yeah, and then it's like you don't want to talk to somebody like that. You just kind of like
no,
are completely turned off. And it has nothing to do sexually. It has nothing to do with
no.
anything like that. It's just like you're
They're
coming at me.
immature
Yeah, you're coming at
statements
me with
too.
like when we were 10. Like get
Yeah.
it,
And
grow up.
yeah. And not that he's
Yeah,
a nice
no.
guy, and if I was in distress or something, he would drop what he's doing and come and help. But
I'm sure.
he's my brother-in-law's brothers. But yeah, mm, no,
Yeah, no.
you're still the same.
Yeah. Yeah, no, you got to grow up and be different. You got to
Yeah.
be yourself, but have more things to
Well,
talk about.
it's you have to grow up. I
Yeah.
mean, everyone gets interest in things and you lose interest in things and you move on to the next thing. Sometimes people are just completely passionate about their thing through their whole life. And there's nothing wrong with any of that. But if you
No.
have none of that, and I mean none of that, you're just not interesting. And if you're
No,
still
absolutely
talking to me
not.
the same way you talked to me in middle and high school, you're really not interesting.
Mhm. Mhm. Yeah, I haven't
Yeah.
experienced any of that. I guess 'cause I
You're not
obviously
missing
I
out.
moved. Yeah. I moved, so I didn't really keep in contact with too many people from high school.
Well, he
Just a
comes into my
handful.
work. He comes into my work, and then I
Yeah.
have to deal with him for certain things. So that's
Mhm.
how
Mhm.
I know.
Yeah.
So,
So,
um, someone we went to school with, we'll call him John,
okay.
uh, said unreasonable expectations. Well, really? How
Yeah.
do you know?
What exactly? How do you know?
Unreasonable in whose eyes?
And right.
Like yours, if you don't want to step up and do something, or
Yeah.
you're just doing you and not worried about,
And what are
having.
these
Yeah, and
expectations?
what are these
Like, what are they?
expectations? And then someone responded, "Yep, they suffer from availability disorder." That's
Av-
another guy.
Availability disorder.
Yeah, and that's what that says. And then he responded, "Well, they also suffer from not being respected as equals, being taken for granted, unappreciated, and much worse." And then the other one responded with, "They suffer from constant victim mentality." And that's where I'm like, really, dude, do you know that? And
Right.
then
And
the
and
other
what
one
do
did
men suffer?
respond and say, "Not at all," or "not all." And, you know, um, they suffer from victim mentality. Really?
I don't like no.
That's an asinine comment, and there's a reason you're single.
Uh, What does that even mean? Like, are you
I'm not
serious?
sure. They play the victim. Oh, he's this or he's that. Well, let me tell you something. A lot
If
of them
he is,
are.
and
A
it's
lot of
true.
them are. Yeah, correct. But a lot of them are. And
Well,
again,
they
I'm not
are.
talking about women. I know it's a two-way road, but this is called, again, a girlfriend minute, and it's girls talking about their experiences. So we're going to go with that. And, you know,
Well, if from my experience, okay, and you've heard it many of times, I haven't had the best experience because maybe, yes, I might be looking for the wrong kind of person, okay, or the wrong kind of person kind of just comes towards me or whatever. But I haven't found anyone that
does it for
is,
you in all aspects. Even
well,
the
that's
basics.
normal.
Yeah,
Just
even the
normal.
basics. I know for me, when I sit here and think about it now, we do tend to get pickier as we get older.
We do.
We've also had life experiences that probably gear it
Made
that
us
way.
that way. Yeah, absolutely.
I know I've had my share. So I'm not going to, certain things that I was not in control of growing up because decisions were made for me, I am now in control.
Yes, exactly.
And I'm going to
Exactly.
do what it takes to take care of me. So if that doesn't involve you as a man or whatever, then that's okay on my end. I
I
don't
mean, and
really.
I'm sure there's some women out there that do play the victim role all
Oh,
the time.
absolutely.
And we're not
Absolutely.
saying that all women are correct or all women are acting a certain way.
No.
No. I'm sure there is, but
But you cannot be in a relationship where you have nothing in common
right,
and you don't spend all that much time together and you're
right.
not growing the same direction, you don't have the same interests, then you're just basically roommates in a house if you're together in that sense. And I'm sorry for me because someone wrote bad sex. Yes, that's a no go too. That would be tough because do you really want to spend this many years having bad sex? And
Well,
it's for
yeah.
you because you can only judge that for yourself. But
Mhm.
for me, if there's
Mhm.
no emotional connection and there's no common interest and any other interest, there's not going to be any sex because it would be lousy. I'm just not going to waste my time.
Well, yeah, no, exactly. There's going to be no emotion with it, so
No.
whatsoever. So it's like you're just there, just to be there. And that's not a good feeling for anybody, um but yeah, like I mean, okay, yes, maybe women need a little bit more or require a little bit more things, but it's very simple. Just be a normal person, be a normal guy.
Don't
It's
be a
not hard.
douchebag.
Don't be an asshole. Don't say stupid shit.
Yeah.
Don't have
It
caca
might be
coming out of your
hard.
mouth.
It might be hard, Pascal.
Well, it is hard, and I tell you, look at my experiences. My God,
Yeah.
like I've had people send me things, that's inappropriate and stuff,
Oh, yeah, I have too. And
Yeah, and
that's
and
unattractive too. You're
it
just
is.
playing the odds. If you're sending it to me, you're sending it to however many girls, hoping
Exactly.
one desperate lonely girl bites.
Right.
And it's not ever going to be me.
No, and it's not going to be me either. So,
You
and
know, so
I like to talk about certain things with guys too. I'm not going to say that I don't talk about things with guys. Yeah. But at the same time, like, I need somebody to listen to me when I'm talking to you. I need somebody to be there when I'm going through anything. It doesn't have to be something traumatic. It could just be something small, just somebody to talk to, you know? Um, it seems to be very difficult though for guys to do that. Like my ex-boyfriend that I used to have, in the beginning he was fine and he would listen to me and we would have good conversations and stuff, but then after a little while it just kind of weeded out. Like it was just nothing anymore.
yeah,
And
yeah.
then I can tell that he wasn't listening to me. So then I would just look at him and say, okay, well, I'm not going to talk anymore because you're absolutely not listening to anything I have
You're
to
not in
say. So,
tune with the conversation or anything. Yeah.
right. And if you don't find it interesting, tell me.
Yeah.
Tell me. We'll be done. Simple.
It is simple.
It
Lack
is.
of depth, emotional connection, also lack of shared hobbies and interests. Well, that's true. If there's no
That's what you
emotional
said.
connection, there's nothing that's attractive. There's nothing. It's just blah. I'm
Yeah.
certainly not going to lay there for you.
Well, you can buy a mannequin for that.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Yes, so have I.
Someone posted, he posted, she gave me four beautiful children that we raised them to adulthood. Well, I hope so.
Mm-hmm.
One of the things we did to celebrate our empty nest was to go to a restaurant we had our first date at so we could fall in love all over again. My heart still melts like butter on a hot waffle when she kisses me, which, ew.
It is ew, but it's so sweet.
So let me tell you something. And I'm really, I'm just being honest. So we could fall in love all over again.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you obviously were in love to make it through raising four kids
Right.
and doing all that stuff. It's fine to like reminisce and go back and like have like an anniversary date or something at the same place you got married, but the whole fall in love all over again. I'm either in love with you or I'm just not, and there's no.
No in between.
Yeah, because whatever happened that made me go the way of not, you are not a completely new person to fix all that.
No, and it usually doesn't come back. Yeah,
No, and it does not come
no,
back.
you
So
don't come
while it
back from that.
sounds sweet, realistically, you have a great relationship.
Yeah, and
And
that's
there's nothing
great.
wrong with that. And there's nothing wrong with going back and celebrating empty nesters at the first, the restaurant where you had your first date and all that. But you obviously had something there still, or it was still really strong, whatever. I
Mm-hmm.
just don't go to the same restaurant and think, oh, this is sweet. I love you all over again. It's not that simple,
No, no,
you know.
it's not. But
And I'm
good for
not trying
them.
to make fun of, good for them, but
Yeah.
I don't need to hear my heart still melts like butter on a hot waffle when she kisses me. It's almost like watching Big Bang with Rajesh Kuthapalli. Your eyes are like the stars in the
The
sky. They
same.
glowed golden against the
Right?
moonlight, and you're just like, what? Yeah, don't give me that. None
Mhm.
of that.
Well, yeah, like you said, they have a strong relationship, and
Correct.
I'm very happy for them that they have that strong relationship.
Yes.
Even after raising four
Raising four
kids and
kids.
yeah,
Yep.
and being, now they're together and they're by themselves now without
Now you
all of
get
their
to
kids being
figure
in.
out how to live without the kids again.
Oh, and that's the thing. Yeah,
That's
now
the
you
new
that's
challenge,
the new,
hurdle.
yeah,
Yep.
yeah, definitely. So yeah,
Uh,
well, I'm happy for you guys. That's great. You found someone that can actually be
person.
your your tea to your water. I don't
Stop.
even know.
Yeah, you can't make it up, can you?
I can't
I
make it
don't
up. I'm
either.
sorry. I'm
I
not good
only
at
knew the
that.
whole star thing because of Rajesh, and they all be looking at him like, what?
My tea bag to your hot water.
Water.
I don't know. I don't know. We used to have a saying in Arabic like there's a lid for every pot.
Correct.
Yes. So my lid, your pot, your
Hot.
pot, my lid. I don't
I
know.
don't know.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I mean, I am happy for them, but let's not be gross.
Is he still mushy like that? Like for
Oh,
after
yeah,
all these years? I don't know. I don't
well,
know.
it sounds
I
like
don't
it.
know. Yeah, well, good, good.
Whatever works for them.
Yes.
Being taken for granted, that's a huge one. Um,
That's a big one. I've had that.
oh, I have it
Yeah.
now.
Well, that's that was the thing with my ex is because he thought that I was always going to be there no matter what he did.
They always think you're going to be there, just fakes and take care of everything.
Exactly. And then when I stopped doing the things that I used to do, like for example, ask him on my day off or whatever, did you eat your lunch? Do you want me to grab you something? And I'll go and when I stop doing all of that, then he'll call or whatever. And this was before, I cut
Yep.
it off and he'll call and everything. And then he'll go, well, you didn't ask me if I was hungry. I said, okay. And
I'm not your mother.
I said, well, you have hands and you have feet. You can go get something to eat. I'm not
Yeah.
hungry. I'm done.
Yeah.
And that's what they don't understand is like you only have so much
To
of a
give.
threshold.
Yep.
And then after you've reached that threshold,
You have nothing more to give.
no, you have nothing else to give. You've given
You
everything that you
you've given
can,
everything. And
and
you tried to
they,
communicate. You
yep,
tried.
yep,
Yeah, I know what that's like too.
yep.
Then this other guy that he was going back and forth with, they are looking for the perfect partner.
No, there's no such thing as a perfect partner.
There's no such thing as a perfect partner. Again,
No,
anyways, and social media and dating apps give them too many options, so they keep chasing the perfect partner instead of working on themselves. Well, that's a
ha,
two-way road. It's
ha!
very much a two-way road, and that answer is why you need to work on yourself.
Dating apps. What the hell is he talking
I
about?
don't
Listen,
know.
listen, honey. Are you listening to me? I've been on dating apps, and every guy that's on those damn dating apps is a scumbag. All the ones that I've met. Okay. And
Yes.
I hate to say it, but no, they don't give you too many options. I'm
No,
sorry. They give you
no.
one scumbag option.
This is kind of a very, like, I have blinders on and this is my opinion. And if you're thinking and talking with that mindset, that mentality, and you don't have long-term successful relationships, this is why.
Exactly.
This is
Exactly.
why.
Yeah. Women don't have too many options on dating apps. Get out of here with that
No, we don't have too many
baloney.
options, period.
No,
Again,
especially on dating apps.
I have three dogs.
Those are the only options you got. And they're the
Yeah,
best ones.
right. And a friend of mine, she posted, guys are too clingy, jealous, no sense of humor, never wants to do anything, and like others mentioned, no common interest, no attempt to become interested. So the whole no attempt to become interested. Um, I have someone who sometimes, if I'm like, I buy a camera, I'm gonna buy a camera. Why?
Yeah,
To look at it?
right.
Don't like to be followed around like a puppy dog.
Mm-hmm.
If you have that naturally in common, that's fine.
Yeah.
If you're all of a sudden, after many years, decide that this is what you're going to try to do, it's fake, and I don't do fake.
Well, yeah, because it's not even in your realm to do it.
No, I can't. Then I get angry. I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah, just do something else.
Yeah.
Bring something else to the table.
Yeah, bring something to the table.
Yeah.
I like hummus.
And Baba Ganoush.
Baba ganoush. Oh God, baba ganoush.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, by the way, not to get off topic or anything, but I found a
Too
way to
late.
send you grape leaves. So,
Did you?
yeah. Yes. I did.
Really?
Yes, and I'm going to send them to you.
Yay.
Yes. So when you get a surprise at the door, they're my grape leaves. I hope
After
you
I
enjoy
eat, I
them.
will message you.
Yes. Yes.
By the way, I don't share real well, just FYI. When it comes to food, I will smack your hand.
There you go.
I have a few girlfriends who will tell you that's true. And then a guy responded to that post, yes, guys work hard initially, then they get lazy. Well, there's a truth in the mission. Thank you for that.
Yes.
They stop dating, stop being a leader. Well, I don't necessarily need you to be a leader, but I need you to be a partner.
Yes.
And meet me halfway. And maybe be on somewhat of a same page as me. But if you're none of those things, yeah. But they do get lazy. Then someone posted, because they get used and get done.
What?
I know she was in a bad relationship, that she's even under a fake name on Facebook right now. So I'm not sure what all happened.
Okay.
And then she said Miley Cyrus had it right with her song, I Can Treat Me Better Than You. Well, typically, yes, I can buy myself flowers. As a matter of fact, I did a few weeks ago because they were pretty.
Me too.
I haven't had any sunflowers in a while, and I bought, I think it was like 3 for $12 at Publix. So I bought 3 packs of sunflowers for $12.
There
By
you
the way,
go.
I forget they don't last as long as the other things do, but
They sure
nonetheless.
don't. Yeah, they sure don't, but it's okay.
They're pretty.
They are.
Someone posted, he posted, I personally think we have morphed into becoming both hunters and gatherers, each believing they can do better instead of settling. I would love to say more, but I'll leave it alone. Well, I don't know that it's necessarily settling. You're looking for someone that you are compatible with, that you will have a good time with, and it's not all this animosity or negativity or fighting or just any of that. You
on
want
a constant basis.
Yeah, you want someone that you can have different opinions and it be okay, but you have some things in common that make life good, make things good, and not all this, negative crap. So to be like,
yeah, because I mean, if
believing
you
can do better, you have to realize the men aren't offering much either nowadays.
No, they're not. They're really not.
Sorry, they're not. You can have a job and you can talk about yourself all you want, and I bought myself this and I bought myself that, but if you can't pay the electric bill, or you're filing bankruptcy because of your poor choices, then that's always going to be, I'm getting too old for this shit, so you better learn how to manage your money. If you are womanizing, looking at every female, and if you're just being gross,
I'm over that. Yeah.
No. And there's a lot of it out there. And there are women that are gross too. I'm not saying that. I'm not one of them. There are, And,
no, you're right. There are. There's women who act like men, like they are the same way. They'll have a partner, but their eyes are on everybody else. So, we're not saying that women are like 100% perfect. No, we're not perfect, but we want some things from a guy, especially at our age right now.
Yeah.
Like I want somebody that I could talk to
and gathering.
Correct.
I'm not in the woods.
No, exactly.
Yeah,
like,
no, just,
at this point in time, to be honest with you, like at this point in time, because I have worked so hard in my life, I would just want somebody to compliment me and somebody to talk to,
be
somebody
there for you
as a companion,
and vice versa.
Yes.
It's a two-way
and vice
road.
versa. Exactly.
Yes.
That's all. It's not about how much money he makes or how much this, but he also has to be responsible too.
And with that being said, it's not like, oh, he has to make a certain amount of money
No.
and be wealthy. He has to be smart with his money, because
Yeah.
you don't have to make a ton of money and be smart with the money and do well.
Correct.
You know,
Correct.
so
I just
if
want
you're
somebody to
lousy
take
with the
care of
money
me.
and you make good money, how many people make good money and they're lousy with it? And
Oh, very much. Yeah.
yeah,
Very
very
much so.
much. So,
Yeah.
again, you have to, the men that are responding this way, their views are, I don't want to say narrow. I don't know, they're a little backdated.
They are backdated. I don't think they have an open mind.
And they
Um,
haven't talked to me, or they haven't talked to you.
right.
They're
Maybe
dealing with your
they,
typical
yeah,
whateverness.
whatever age group probably too
Yeah.
that they are. Maybe they're not in
Or
their
the women
same
on the
age
dating
group,
apps,
or the women on the dating apps.
which
Yes.
you will never find me on,
No.
ever.
Well, I can't say me because I've already tried that, and that you won't find me on anymore.
She's like, been there, tried it, and we are over that experiment.
Yeah. Oh my God. Ages ago. Yes.
Yeah.
We're done with that.
Someone posted they don't focus on improving themselves.
I
It's so
agree.
funny when certain men talk. I've had a few men come into the clinic, and they either hitting on me or some other girl that's younger, and they're like closer to my age, and I'm just like, and I'm listening. I had one young girl, I actually went and stood outside her door, because I just thought he's going a little too far, and soon I'm going to chime in, and it's not going to be good for him. Um, and I
Oh,
just
I've
wanted
done
to
it
say,
before.
well, he didn't get quite there yet. I was waiting. I
Hmm.
had my phone ready. I was going to start texting and be like, I'm going to handle this. So y'all better get down here fast. Get in that
Yeah.
elevator. Come on down. Um, uh, I wanted to say to him, because she was in her 20s and he was 40 something, and he had the big beer gut and stuff and all. And she's married, young
Hmm.
married, her high school sweetheart. He was a military guy.
Hmm.
She's happily married. And he's just like, oh, I just would not leave her alone, and walk me up, come sit with me, do that, just. And I'm just like, what mirror did you look in this morning that you
Right.
think you stand a chance looking like you do, unkept, uncared for, big old fat belly hanging over, dunlapped over your belt? I'm sorry, it's not attractive, you
Right.
know. And you look at her, and she's in shape, and she don't got none of that going on, and neither does her husband, who's a few years older.
Hmm.
um what mirror are you using?
Right.
Seriously, that you think you have something to offer.
Well, and then on the other hand, have a little respect.
Well, that's it
Have
too.
some respect
You're in
for
a
her,
medical
number one.
facility,
Yeah.
and everyone can hear you.
Yeah, have respect for her, number one, and then have respect for yourself. Do you know how old you are? Like, it's disgusting.
You're
Did you
disgusting, and
forget
we're
how old
all
you
going to
are?
talk about you for the next 2 days, because we cannot believe your audacity to come in here thinking you have anything to bring to any of us.
Exactly. Exactly. I mean,
You know,
that's just men do it all the
there's a lot of
time.
it, though. There's a lot of it.
There is a lot of it.
Um,
I still know somebody who's in their 70s, like mid 70s and stuff, and they are purchasing um cards with money on them to send to these women that they're seeing on the phones. And it's not one woman, it's this woman and that woman and the other woman. So you got 10 cards at $50 a pop.
wow.
Yeah. I mean, that's a sickness. That's not
That's
even,
gross.
yeah.
It's not attractive, and it's
No, it's
gross.
not. It's not.
And I
It's
feel
not
sorry
attractive.
for you,
Well, and
because
then
you
what
are
happens?
stupid if you think.
Right. And then what happens? These women are on your phone. You think they're going to come over to you and be like, "Oh, you're so sexy. I want you."
You're almost 80.
Right. With nothing to give. Because
Right.
I know your ding-a-ling is not working. Get out of here with that. Especially if you got diabetes.
Yeah, right.
And by that time, there's a lot of people who have. So,
Yeah.
yeah. No, I'm sorry.
And someone wrote, don't stop dating your wife and don't stop dating your husband. Well, I'm sure that's true if you have that mindset and you're happy too.
Yeah.
So someone else wrote, because many partners these days cannot balance the need for fulfilled mentally, spiritually, essentially, with the need to sacrifice for the other by giving their all. Well, there's a limit to giving your all. You
Mm-hmm.
still have to be you, and they have to give something back. It can't be
Absolutely.
you your all, give them your all the time,
One-sided.
and they give nothing back.
Yeah, no, it
Um,
can be.
someone who's not married, well, divorced. Um, it's like, how did that work for your relationship? I hope that it was you tried to be 50-50. There seems to be no unconditional love. As a man, I know that we are often driven by our sensual natures, but lately I've seen women driven by the same inclinations. Well, it's always been the same. Women
Mm-hmm.
have always been driven by sex as well.
Yeah.
Both need to do some major introspection and spiritual inventory before sleeping with the other. There was once a time when intimacy was the utmost display of love. Today it seems to be just a casual test to gauge compatibility. True friendship will never bore, and the vulnerability one has toward the other within a publicly committed relationship will be as exciting as any casual one night stand or short lived fling. Just my Christian perspective and experience.
Um, excuse me. I agree with that to some point.
To some point.
Um, yeah. So nowadays, yes, probably a lot of younger people are not getting married anymore, not having the relationships that maybe when we were younger we had.
Well,
But it's still the same. Nothing really has changed. I mean, it's just now it's like, where sex was like a thing where you would be like, okay, we're not doing that until we get married, or we're not doing that let's until we've dated for such, so long, and then we do it. Nowadays, it's like I meet you that day, I meet you at the bar or at the club, or I'm outside, or even if I meet you in the grocery store and we hang out or whatever, bam, we're having sex that night.
well, so what I find interesting about your comment is I know what you're talking about referencing, and that's
Hmm.
how I always thought it was. People got to know each other, spend time together, and then they might have sex.
Yeah.
I truly believe now, today, being the age I am and having grown up and listening to people, that all that you said went on back there. It just wasn't as in your face because
That's
people
true.
kept it to themselves, didn't talk about it as much. There wasn't social media where people post other people's business or their own business for everyone to see.
True.
I just think the times have changed where it's made it easier for people to tell people what they're doing
Y-
and stuff, because I know that because I watched these true life stories and what people were doing when I was 5 years old and whatnot, and it's
mhm.
it's been going on way before then. It's
It
it's
has, and
nice
you're
to
right.
think, but how many girls in our group, our age, our school, were
Hmm.
virgins the night of their wedding?
Yeah.
Realistically, how many? Very little, if any.
If any,
I
yeah,
mean, I
that's
know
true.
I know of one.
Yeah.
And there's nothing wrong with that. Don't get me wrong.
No, no, there's nothing
But
wrong with that.
it's been going on for a long, long time. And I have a family member who married his wife, and her parents were religious, and it's like, oh, she was a virgin on her wedding night. No, she was not. And that's the story. And everyone laughs because they're the only ones to this day who think she was.
Well, you brought this subject up, and that's funny. And I'll give you my perspective on the Arabic side, okay? So on the Arabic side, there's a lot of men nowadays when they meet the woman or whoever it is that they think they're going to marry, they want her to be a virgin. And I was talking to some young men, okay, in their 20s about this subject. And I'm like, do you honestly think you're going to know if she's a virgin or not? So they
And
replied to me as, oh, yeah, because, they'll pop her cherry and blood will be on the sheets and blah, 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 all those misconceptions that some people have.
yeah,
It's not necessarily, not every woman bleeds the first time they have intercourse.
no,
Okay. Some of them do, some of them don't. It's not all the same. Plus, if they're young or what have you, how are you going to know? I asked them, no answer. Oh, I'm going to know. I'm going to know.
well,
How are
that's
you going to
just,
know?
yeah,
You're not going to know.
no.
And
And
you're
that's
right.
science.
It is. It's science,
It's
and
science.
a lot of the Arabic men that I have had this discussion with, it seems like they have just been conditioned to think in one certain way.
Well, and that's
And
funny. Yeah, I agree. Go on.
yeah, and that way is like, when they marry their woman, she has to be a virgin. That's number one. Number two, after they marry her, she's going to be in the house. She's going to clean and cook and bear children and do this and do that and do that. And believe it or not, it still goes on
Oh, I believe it.
nowadays.
Hmm.
Yes. It's not everywhere. But I've heard this way too many times.
Yeah,
Like, and then the woman, what, takes a back seat. She
always.
doesn't. Yeah. So, and some of these women are very educated and they've graduated with like
Well,
lots of,
then they're lacking in common sense because that should tell you.
well, and that's what I mean. Like, I don't understand. Why would you let somebody like that,
Tell you.
after all your studies that you just did?
Yeah.
So you're going to be a stay-at-home mom and just, give birth all the time? Like, I don't
No.
get it.
Good God, no. No.
Yeah.
No.
So,
And, well, I forget what I was going to say. Hmm. You said something. It made me think of something.
mhm. It's a lot
So,
of misconceptions.
a lot of misconceptions. So, I always ask these questions and I never post anything myself. So I said, seeing how I asked the questions, I guess I should answer and maybe address some of the comments.
Mhm.
First of all, there's no such thing as perfect. No person on this planet is perfect. I think you have to find a person that is perfect or works best for you. With that being said, for me, clingy and jealous is a huge no. Empty promises, huge no. Always having an excuse for something is also a huge no. No. Lousy with finances is a huge no. Being too predictable, lack of excitement, breakdown in communication, feeling stagnant in terms of their personal growth and the other person is holding them back. When the relationship has become too predictable and routine patterns, emotional needs not being met, that's what I wrote.
Yeah.
And I
No,
said, thank
that's
you for your
right.
responses. So for the men who answer with shallow answers,
Mhm.
very superficial, very just lacking education in how women today think, or women in our age, which is the same age as them, what we've been through that has shaped us and made us think or feel the way we feel, there are some of your answers.
Right. Exactly. No, that's right.
It isn't, it just isn't. Some person wrote, there's almost too many to count, and not just for women, but for all people.
Mhm.
Uh, and it basically says the same things: lack of communication,
Mhm.
predictability, no excitement, lousy with money, um, social media. Um, maybe they compare the relationship to other relationships they had, which good or bad, you
Yeah.
know. There's a lack of sexual intimate spark.
Mhm. I mean, that's a big one too. I mean, you have to have that in common too as well. You got to, like you said before, you got to be attracted to that person to be able to have a relationship with them. If
You
you're
do.
not attracted, it makes it very difficult.
It's got to be, and I know there are women out there just out there to have sex, and that's who you need to be with.
Right. And that's
because,
fine for them
and
because
that's
that's
fine for
good for
them. That
them.
works for them. And it's not my life. I don't care. But for me, there has to be other things there that are natural.
Yes.
You got to be funny. You got to be naturally smart.
You got to do
You,
things with me. Like when
yeah.
I ask you, come on, let's go somewhere, your whole answer all the time is, oh, I'm busy, or I'm doing this, or I'm doing that, or there's just an excuse for it every single time.
And that's the other thing, excuses. So I saw something online today that, where it mentioned something along the line like he's not that, I don't want to say that into you, but he's not he's not committed or he's not in love with. I
Mm-hmm.
forget what the title of it was, but I tapped it and it had reasons, and that was one of them. It's excuses for doing stuff with you.
Yeah,
And just, making plans with others before you.
exactly,
So
exactly.
if you much rather hang out with these people and make plans and then pretend you don't know how to make plans with me,
Yep.
and you're like, I don't know what you mean. Oh, no, no, no. You planned this with them and you know you've been going to do this for like a week or however long, but you can't meet me for dinner one night or you can't.
Exactly.
I'm done buying the BS, No,
Right. Exactly.
you
And then
know.
and then what ends up happening is either you stop asking them or you just cut ties. That's it.
Yeah. The communication becomes less.
Mm-hmm.
I know for me, it's an automatic thing. The communication becomes less.
Yes.
A lot of things become less.
Yes. Same for
Less,
me.
null, and void.
Yeah, exactly.
You
I
know.
keep telling them, like, like when I'm done, I mean, I know myself personally, when I'm done, I'm done.
Yeah.
Don't expect to do something so fancy for me that I'm just going to take you back. No, it's not going to be like that.
To me, it's like if
I
they
don't
did
really
that,
care.
they made something fancy or did something fancy, like, oh, I'll present her with this and she'll just be,
She'll be all
yeah.
over me. Yeah.
Then I'm like, why are you being fake?
Well, and there you go. And
And
then
they
how
think
can you
with
trust
their
that?
blinders on,
Hmm.
because they don't have a bigger view and they don't understand you and they don't realize that you're a bigger, deeper person than that. Why is this not enough? Well, this is fake. You know, it's not real, it's sincere.
Yeah,
You're not,
exactly.
it's, I love the flowers, the balloons, whatever. It's not real. It's not sincere. You're kissing up. That's not what
Exactly.
I'm saying I need. You're not listening yet again. And now you've
Exactly.
wasted money on flowers and balloons or chocolates or whatever you've done.
Yeah, no, that's right. Absolutely. It
You
is. It's
know,
fake because
it,
you know already that it's not them,
it's
you
not going to
know?
last because they haven't done
No,
that for you ever before. That they did it in the beginning, but haven't done it since.
exactly. Yeah. So what's the
It's,
point now? You're just basically thinking you're going to reel me in and do it all over again.
yeah.
No, it's not going to
No,
happen.
the pattern doesn't change.
No, no, the
And
person doesn't
typically,
change with that pattern.
correct. At
Hmm.
this age, we're pretty set in our, she's funny. We're pretty set in the sense that we know who we are and
Yeah,
we
we
know where
are.
we're going and we know what we like. We definitely know what we like and don't like. So
And we
at
know what
this
we
age,
want.
yeah, you're not gonna, I know some people can be manipulated and stuff. I'm not gonna be one of them.
Mm-mm. No, not at all. And I'm not one of them. I used to be that person where I would do anything. I would bend over backwards, for a person. And once I find out that you're not going to do the same thing for me, and I don't want you to do the same thing as far as what I do for you, but I want you to bring something to me.
Mhm.
Okay, do something for me. But if you're not doing that, then I'm over you. I'm over it. I don't want it anymore. And then
It
if
becomes
there's
exhausting because for
it's
women,
exactly.
for me, if I'm in a situation, and I've been in situations, different types of relationships and stuff, well, girlfriends, different things like that,
Mm-hmm.
friendships, from years and stuff. If I feel like I've communicated and I've talked and it's not ever reciprocated,
Exactly.
it becomes emotionally exhausting. And then for me, I like to think about it. I don't like to, I just end up doing it.
Yeah,
I'm laying
exactly.
in bed and I'm trying to fall asleep and I think about what they said and I think about what my was and then I think how could I have done better, but they didn't do better and
Right.
it's just this vicious cycle
Cycle.
and it's
Yeah.
unhealthy and it's emotionally exhausting and the outcome's going to be the same anyway, so what am I prolonging? oh, my suffering.
Well, yeah, exactly. That's exactly right. You're just going to end up being suffering just constantly thinking about it, and you
Yeah,
make yourself sick over it,
you know.
and you don't
Um,
need to. It's
no,
unnecessary.
no, it's not. And
Yeah. At my
um,
age, things should be very simple right now. They shouldn't be difficult. It shouldn't be hard. It should be like you're coming to me, we have good conversation, whether you're a couple years younger than me or a couple years older than me, it doesn't matter.
no, none of that
But there should
matters.
be some kind of connection, you know?
Yeah, none of that
I'm
matters.
just sick of it. I'm over it. Like
Yeah.
I'm tired. I'm tired of it.
It is exhausting. It's easier to be by yourself. So someone,
It is.
the one girl who made comments, she's like, I'm just ready for a man to take care of me. I'm like, do not set women back in time.
Mm-mm.
You're standing and you've been standing on your own 2 feet. I understand you left an abusive marriage. That's great. Seriously, that's great. That's hard to do.
It is hard to do.
Some women, they never do it. It takes them forever to do it. Sometimes it all varies. It's hard to do. And when you reached your limit and you were able to do it and follow through.
Yeah,
Some people are
definitely.
able to do it and then they go back.
Yeah.
You didn't
Yeah,
do
they
any of
do.
that. But why would you want to be taken care of when you've been doing it on your own for 5, 6 years now?
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
you want to bring someone that enhances what you're doing.
Exactly.
Don't
Yeah. Don't go backwards.
don't go backwards and be like women need men. No, you don't need them either. Now, say you want someone who brings something to the table and brings something to your life and adds
Hmm.
value. Don't be like I need them. Don't
Well, yeah,
don't
don't
set women
depend on
back.
them. Yeah,
No, don't set
exactly.
women back, you know.
Exactly.
It
Yeah.
just no.
Well, independence sometimes scares a man too. They're like, oh, she's so independent, she doesn't really need me, so then they don't even try.
Then that's their insecurity and that's on them,
Exactly.
and they will miss out on a lot if they are secure in who they are and what they bring to the table. That won't
Hmm.
scare them, and it could be an amazing relationship with both being
Absolutely.
strong in what they're doing.
Yes. Yeah. It would just make the relationship stronger.
Yep, just makes things better
Yeah.
when you feel like you are the power team.
Absolutely.
And that is something
Plus,
I've
it'll bring you
always
together.
wanted. That's something I've always wanted and never had. So
Yeah.
yeah, it would be fun and exciting, but
It would be, wouldn't it?
it would be. It would be.
Ah, it's
But
hard to
not
find.
everyone's wired the same way
No, they're not.
at all.
They're not, as from the comments that you just read. So you can tell not
Sometimes there's
everybody's
a
wired the
spark,
same.
sometimes there's not.
Yeah. Yeah. Sometimes you think back and you're looking at that person and you're like, oh my God, what the hell did you just do?
What the
Or
hell
what did
happened?
you just, yeah, what the
Yeah.
hell happened to
What did I
yourself?
sign up for?
Uh-huh.
What is
Mm-hmm.
wrong with me?
Hence why I'm single. So, and I'd
Yeah,
prefer
well,
it that way because of many, many things. Not that I'm not looking for someone to enhance my life.
it
I
would be
sure am.
nice. Yeah,
And it would be nice. Yes. Like I said, I needed someone to complement my life, not someone to use
complicated.
me.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, Well, my suggestion.
Yes, I'm listening.
Like she doesn't already know.
Yeah.
Just saying. I have the space
Yes.
back here.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe.
Looks lonely.
I guess what? I found a house on Amazon. All I gotta do is order it. It's $69,000.
Where are you putting it?
Well, that's the question. That's the question of the
Remember back in the
day.
day, the big Sears catalog, and you could order a house in the Sears catalog.
Oh, you can, yeah. I
Yes.
remember. Oh my
Mm-hmm.
God, that was a long time ago.
So what goes around, comes back
Yeah.
around. So
Yeah, you
now,
see that?
because we don't have catalogs and we have Amazon, I mean, we have
Yes.
catalogs, but it's not like it was in the day.
Yeah.
And wow, I didn't know you could order a house on Amazon.
Yeah, you can. It's like, and it's a really pretty house. Let me see if I can bring it up and I'll show it to you. But it's a really pretty house. I think you would actually have to create a kitchen in it, but it comes with bedrooms and bathrooms and everything else, and it's actually pretty cool.
You get two.
And it's $69.99.99. And that's for the 40-foot one.
Oh, look how cool that is.
Isn't it cute?
It is cute. Should I
And
pick
those
my
are the
room
two
now?
bedrooms. Yeah. Which one would you like to have? There's
I'll
two
take
of
either
them.
one. I don't care.
Yeah. So you can actually even get a smaller one for $41,999. That's a 20-foot one. But the problem is like exactly where am I going to put it? I would have to like buy a piece of land or something or find a trailer park and put it in the trailer park. Just so that I can buy like, that piece of land or something or pay rent for that piece of land.
Each park is different, so I'm not sure how that
Yeah.
would work. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how that would work, but it's
So-
it's a cute house. I
My
mean,
house here was built. It is very cute. I like that. I like that upper deck, like a sun deck up there. That
yeah,
is awesome.
yeah.
So my house is built in 77. There's a lot of cookie cutter houses in this neighborhood. Now I've changed mine in the sense that I've taken out a few walls and closed a room in, and so while it's kind of cookie cutter,
Mm-hmm.
I've changed the internal part of it. And,
Yeah.
Because I do that. I like to do stuff like that.
Yeah.
And so there's a house on the corner, it's 2-story, and then on the other corner, behind it on the next block, is the same exact house, 2-story. I was driving by the other day, and the house is gone, and the pool is gone.
Oh.
I'm like, where'd it go? So there's an empty
Yeah.
lot. My point was there's an empty lot
Oh.
a few blocks away from me.
I can put my little house there.
You could.
I could, yes. It is an empty lot. That's true. There's lots of empty lots that you can buy and purchase. There's not.
Well, not
there's-
here in my county, but there is one right now.
Yeah. I think it's awesome. Why not? I mean, there's so many options nowadays, You could do my cousin's chiming in, by the way. So if you hear somebody talking, it's hers. She wants a little house for herself too.
I don't blame her.
Yeah.
So
Well, it's a lot easier to take care of, that's for sure.
I'm gonna start a GoFundMe.
Yeah.
Oh, there you go. She had an idea. She said, let's start a GoFundMe page.
So here's the lot. Here's the
Okay.
price just for the lot.
Okay. Wow.
$325,000 just for the
Oh
lot.
my gosh. That's like a whole
Now-
house.
Yeah,
They-
find for cheaper here.
The pool, I'm just, I'm like, where'd the pool go?
Well, they probably just covered it.
That's a lot of dirt.
Yeah,
It
well,
was
they
an
covered it
in-ground
with
pool.
dirt.
It was a legit in-ground pool. So I think you
Yeah.
collapse them and you have to fill them. And you can't leave
You
them.
do. Yeah, you can't leave
Yeah.
them up like that. Yeah. Yeah.
I'm like, it was there one day and the next I'm like, where'd it go?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
lot's $325,000.
Wow, that's crazy. No thanks.
Yeah.
I've never seen one for that
Yeah,
here.
that's too much. I don't know why. Who's selling it for that much anyway? Did
That's what
they
it goes
really
for
think
around here? Oh no, it will.
really?
It will.
It will? You
Mhm.
think so?
I know so.
You know so. Interesting.
It happens.
So
The-
then when
the
they buy
lots
that
behind
lot,
my house, there's a neighborhood that went up. I forget how many years ago, 5-6 years ago, and
Yeah.
the lots were 300 something thousand, and they expect
Yeah.
you to put the rule was you had to put a 600,000 up or more value house on it.
so you can
So
make
that whole
up your
neighborhood
money.
that's a cul-de-sac.
It's
is
over
high
half a
end.
million dollars.
They're
Yeah.
high-end houses, and that's what they're doing. So I'm like, but that's not here. We're not HOA or deed restricted or anything like that.
Right,
But that neighborhood
right.
was going in brand new, and that's what they wanted. That's what
Oh,
the
that's
developer was
crazy.
building back there. It's like Thurston Groves on the corner of 102nd and Ridge. You did not get a house in there for under $600,000.
Wow.
It was and Thurston Groves. It was an old orange grove with the Thurston family.
No, that's
All
crazy.
the houses in there are over $600,000, and they are next to each other. They are packed in there. It's like, oh, would you like a cup of sugar? Let me reach out my window.
Oh
do this.
no, no.
I mean,
that's
they're
too
you
close.
have Some have a narrow little pool, if they have a
Yeah.
pool at all. I mean, it's you're in there, and they're big houses, but you're not, that lot will go, and someone will build a house on it.
Oh,
I will
that's crazy.
I will keep you informed.
Yeah, please let me know.
And another
That's
house in our
okay.
neighborhood just sold. I don't know how much it went for. I need to look at the address. Probably didn't
That's
update yet, but it was on the market for 3 days, and the
that's
houses
okay.
on my street have been 500,000
Really?
from my house. Hmm.
Wow. That's nuts.
And I
That's
have a
okay.
pool.
Yeah, you do. I will remember that one that I sent you. I will
Hmm.
just live in there. I'm good with that. I can handle that. I think that one went for what, 19,000? I know it's old
It was
though.
no, it was more than that.
Was it? I
I think
think
it was,
there I was looking at a couple, so I
yeah.
probably
What I
saying
know,
the one that
one
was a
was
little
like
more than that.
90-ish.
Oh, 90. Yes, yes, yes. And I did come across one that was 19, but I think that one needed a lot of work.
Yeah, you don't
So
want to
yeah,
do
I
that
would
either.
rather no, no, thank you. I don't. Not at this age, I don't.
It's just nicer to move in and just know it's done. And then
And
see,
yeah,
I've started packing my piles.
I did. I see that. Yes, I do. That's great. That's awesome. Yes.
Bathing suits,
Yes.
shorts.
Shorts. Now that's good. That's what I do when I'm getting ready to go somewhere. That's exactly what I do. I'll start putting stuff on the side, and then by the time I get my suitcase, I could just shove
Yep,
everything in there, and I know
yep,
I have everything
yep. And
except
in the
my last
back,
minute stuff.
I
Yeah.
have like a clothesline for my room, so I can hang stuff that may be damp or something, so it dries out.
Yes.
It's got to have circulation dry out, and I have like, some people don't have sea legs, so there's some Dramamine in there.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
excuse me. And I don't know, dry shampoo was like a little bottle of it just in case, and
Yeah,
I don't know,
sure.
some odds and
Little
ends in there. A
stuff. Yeah.
charger to charge phones and watch and everything all in
Mhm.
one. That was like 10
One
bucks on
unit.
Amazon. Yeah, stuff like that,
Yeah.
just so for traveling. So
Yeah, it makes life
yeah,
easier a little
I
bit. You
got a
learn
hat
as
in
you
there.
travel.
I got a hat in there. I got.
Yeah. Well, as you travel, you get really good at traveling. After a
Hmm.
while, you know exactly what you might
You're like a
need and what you don't
pro.
need.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So
Yes,
yeah.
yes.
So I'm working on that now. So
Very cool.
that
Very
week we
cool.
won't upload a podcast. Well, you know what? I can
No, we're
upload it
not.
Friday night.
Yeah, you could. You could. Yeah.
Hmm.
And just go enjoy your dream. Go do it.
My dream.
Yeah, your boat dream. Your
My
cruise dream.
cruise. My cruise. I've been wanting to go on a cruise for a while, so it is kind of a dream,
Yeah,
but
it is a little dream.
I've
Yeah.
got others
That's a goal.
too.
Goal,
So
I should say. One of your goals.
yeah. So,
Yeah.
but
Yeah. Well,
anyways,
good.
yeah.
Yeah.
So that was
Well, that's
tonight's
good.
topic.
Okay. That was a good topic. It's good to hear different perspectives, but at the same time, like
It's
some of them
interesting.
are unrealistic.
They are
So,
unrealistic.
yeah.
And the sisters say you have unrealistic expectations. Well, what is that? That you
Yeah.
pay the bills, that you help clean the house? What do you consider
Right.
unrealistic?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
not necessarily. So,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah.
again that narrow view. So,
It is. Yeah.
men have
But
to get out of that narrow view.
yeah, step out of it. Step out of your box. Sometimes
Yep.
it's good for you. Yeah. But we thank everybody for commenting as usual. We appreciate it. And if there's anything that you guys would like to hear from us, please leave them down in the comments below. Shar will get to them. Also, we do have an email, and there again, if you have anything to say, she will get back to you on that email too as well. And then we'll turn it over to her, and she can tell you where we are.
Well, we try to be everywhere. So the email
Yeah.
is girlfriendminute23@gmail.com. And we are on Spotify, Amazon, Samsung Podcast, Podcast Index, Listen Notes, Apple, Google, Pandora, TuneIn, iHeart, and Deezer. You'd think I'd memorize that by now, but I don't.
Yeah.
And we're TikToking and YouTubing and Instagramming and Facebooking. And that's where we're at.
And we're everywhere as usual.
We're trying to be everywhere and
Yeah.
Patreon.
Yes. Yes.
And Patreon. Oh, and I wanted to say off topic because that's
Okay.
just how brains work sometimes.
Mhm.
I've been watching Sex and the City. That was yes,
Mhm.
Sex and the City, right? Anyways,
Mhm.
which makes me want to shop for high-end things because I do like
Yeah.
high-end things.
Yes.
Yes.
Me
So,
too. I'm right there with you.
yeah, I'm like, oh, look at that. Anyways, Googling.
Yes.
So, they dress up most of the time, and I know it's
They
a
do.
show. And I know it's a show, and I know it's not real life, and I know it's scripted, but it's nice to see.
Mhm.
And I have a few coworkers that dress up at work and stuff and always put in the effort every day, and it's nice to see.
Yes.
So, if anyone is dressed for a special occasion or just dresses up to dress up, please post the picture on any one of the platforms so we can see it because I'm tired of seeing everyone's ass in yoga pants.
Oh, I know. My gosh, haven't we gotten so comfortable in them, huh?
We should not be. I'm
No, we
sorry.
should not
It's
be. I
it's
agree.
it's not a
I
good look. It's not classy. So when people again are like, "What's wrong with the world?" I've got a long list.
Yeah.
You
Well, I think
know?
we've gotten so comfortable with our life that it's just easier.
Is that what it
You just,
is?
I think so. For a lot of people, it's just, something quick. You don't have to bother with your hair, your makeup, and your this and your that. I was just talking to my
Well,
girlfriend the other day. I'm like, what the hell happened to us? I
well,
said,
that's the thing.
we used to put makeup on all the time. I mean, and you don't have to. You don't have to
Yeah.
put
I
makeup
mean, I
on, but
don't do makeup, but I do get
no,
dressed. And even if I'm wearing
I do
jeans and a
too.
t-shirt, I'm clean. My
Yes.
hair's clean. I've
Yes.
got matching sandals on. I match. I'm decent. I'm respectable.
Yes.
I'm not looking at some of these women in yoga pants that just because you can get them on that you should. And
Right.
I'm not looking,
They're not for everybody.
they are not for everybody and they have a place.
They do.
And, again, yes, maybe I'm being critical. I don't care. It's my opinion. Um, if you were in the mafia, you wore a suit and a hat.
Oh, hell yeah. You wouldn't
You
even step
know,
out of the
you didn't
house
step
not
out
without a suit.
and they're not stepping out this day in yoga pants.
No, they're not. They're not.
No.
Even if they're
So,
wearing jeans, they're like these really nice
like
jeans with the
jeans that are expensive with
eh,
fancy leather boots that are expensive, like
yes.
Italian leather, not like cowboy leather. And,
Yes.
a nice
And their hair
expensive
is
shirt
done
and
and
their
yep.
hair's done and they got a cologne on and they got a honking watch on.
Yeah. Exactly.
And there's something to be
Exactly.
said for all that effort. So if you are dressed up, ladies, post a picture. Send us the picture.
Oh, that would be so cute.
I would love to
Yes.
see you dressed up. And part of it's inspiration for my cruise because I might do a dress up night for my birthday dinner, but I haven't
Oh,
decided yet.
yes.
I haven't decided yet because it's not going to be cheap and I don't know that I want to do that. But yeah, I'm spending money on everything else. So
Yeah.
we will see. But if you got a dress on, if you're dressed up, if you're over fancy or just kind of casual dressed, nice in a dress with, send us your
Absolutely.
pictures. We want to
Yeah.
see. We want to celebrate the effort you put into yourself. So,
Oh my God, that would be so cool. Yeah, I would love that.
and that includes you too, Pascal.
Yes, me too. I will dress up. I promise, and I will send you a picture for sure.
Okay.
100%. I have
Okay.
actually a dress in mind, so
Do you?
I love dresses. So I'm a dresses kind of girl.
Yeah.
And then sometimes I like, to put heels on. Sometimes I like to wear them with flats. It all depends on what my mood is, but
Yeah.
I will get all dolled up, and one of these days I will snap a picture and send it right on to you.
Please do. Please do.
Yes.
Yes, because
Yeah.
I would love to see it. And we will be posting it. And it's just something fun to do if you're going out, you're traveling and you have a dress up night, or you're just doing something special, or you're just dressed up for whatever the occasion or reason. Please send us your pictures. I would
Yeah.
love to see it. I love to see that stuff. I'd love to
Yes.
see what you do for yourself. You
Yes.
know,
That'll be
I know
fun.
it would be fun.
That'll be
So,
fun. Maybe we'll have a podcast on dressing up and getting dolled.
right.
That
I
would
gotta
be
stop
fun.
watching that damn show. I'm gonna be spending money I don't have.
Oh my gosh. I know. Oh my
I
God.
I did buy myself a new purse recently, so
Did you?
yeah, I
Yeah,
did.
good. Why not? You
It's not
deserve it.
pretty.
It's okay. You deserve it. Everybody deserves something once in a while. I mean, you don't have to go all out of, your way to buy something. I usually buy high-end stuff when they're on sale,
Hmm.
certain ones that do go on sale. Others, you just have to buy them as is because they don't really go on sale. So,
Yeah. There's
yeah.
others that you're not getting without, them
No.
doing a credit check on you. So
Exactly.
Hermes.
Exactly. Yes. But you know what? It's worth it every once in a while to treat
you know.
yourself. So
So,
definitely do that.
yeah. So I just want to see. That's all. A little inspiration. So we
Yeah,
shall
that'll be
see.
fun.
I hope
Okay.
someone sends something. So, anyways, that's it for tonight, my dear.
Okay. Well, it's been a lovely date morning.
It has been.
It
It
has been,
always
yes,
is.
all the time.
I hope you're
Absolutely.
feeling better.
Thank you. I hope so too. Try to get rid of this sore throat and this
Oh,
cough that's bothering me right now, but it's okay.
uh,
Yeah.
no
Nothing a little
fun.
sleep won't take care of. So
I think you need like 16 hours of sleep.
I think I agree. Why do people not agree with that?
No, I totally support that for you.
Yes, yes. Probably tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow, Monday, meaning tomorrow,
Yeah,
after I drop off my car. I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kind of sit in my bed and just kind of do nothing.
you need to.
Yes.
You
Yeah.
definitely earn it. So that's
Yeah,
it.
but all right. It's been a lovely morning
It has, as
and
always.
and
And
enjoy the rest of your day after you sleep and wake up.
yeah,
All
right.
right.
Okay, you have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.